All right, what are you...
Before I get started, I wanted to show all this stuff right here. This is everything in my house that has Mario in it or on it. Some stuff is missing. 99% of this stuff is mine. One is my daughter's, and I just wanted to show because I know the gaming community. I am a gamer. When you have a hot take, people question you and they say, hey, you know, it's the most gatekeepingest community I've seen on the internet as far as like fandom. So it's like, hey, listen, look at all this Mario shit right here. The Super Mario Brothers movie was fire from beginning to end. It was fire. I know there's a lot of criticism out there. People said that, you know, it wasn't that good and they're nitpicking about a lot of things, you know, but people nitpick things, I guess, because we're trying to force content. Everybody wants to force content these days, which I understand, but I think the movie was amazing. I grew up with it. I'm a grown man with it. Me and my wife took the kids. You have to look at the faces of the children. There's people who took their nieces and nephews to this film. They all come back with, when I see my niece and nephew's faces light up on this part, or when I see my children went crazy. I went crazy. I was sitting there with my arms crossed, smiling because I remember seeing the Mario Brothers movies from 1993. Yo, hot take, everybody thinks that movie is trash in hindsight, but back in the day when that movie came out, a lot of us liked it. And there was a lot of weird movies that came out back in those days. A lot of experimentation and franchises. The Double Dragon movie was weird. Mortal Kombat was weird. The Street Fighter movie was trash. Me and my brother seen the Street Fighter movie 8 times in the movie theater. 8 times. We saw Jean-Claude Van Damme doing an American GI with an accent. 8 times. Yeah, so when people say, oh, the old Mario Brothers movie was trash, I think John Leguizamo is a great actor. The guy who played Mario seemed to be really fitting for the kind of Mario that we thought back in the day that we wanted to see on the screen. That movie was absolutely fucking bonkers as far as like what they put in the movie. But, you know, Nintendo allowed them, I suppose, with some type of license. Either way, this movie was not that fully animated. It was not the Sonic movie where you threw a bunch of people that have nothing to do with anything in the human world, and then you put these classic characters around them and try to weave some kind of like adult story. I don't know. This movie was made for children and families. Just like Pokemon, just like all the things that we like, that we grew up with. I know a lot of franchises are betting on nostalgia. I personally don't think that they have to do too much nostalgia because Mario Kart is relevant now. Mario Aces, Mario Strikers is relevant now. People are speed running Mario Odyssey. They're waiting to see if there's a sequel right now. So it doesn't matter if the first game you played was Mario 2, Super Mario 3. Oh, I've been playing since the 80s. I've been playing since it doesn't matter. Some kid could have played Mario. Right now, Mario Run and Mario Kart Tour is my most used apps on my phone. There's a kid somewhere who only played Mario Run. And he's gonna watch this movie and have the same feeling. So people said that the movie has no plot. Mario games have no plot. Not necessarily. Like, the developers know what's going on behind the scenes or whatever they want to write and say, this is what this means and this is what that means. But, you know, the good guy wants to save XYZ and destroy the bad guy. And that's what we saw in this movie. A lot of people don't like the fact that Princess Peach doesn't need saving. People, you know, they don't want their favorite things changed. You know, Little Mermaid's being changed. You know, there's a lot of changes, but the Mario Brothers movie stayed on par with what we know from the games. It was a simple plot, and that's okay. A few months ago, I was on Tubi watching Bad Black movies, and I was searching, and I came across the 1980s Mario Brothers TV show, which is still up. It's up right now. And I had no clue that Haim Saban, who made the American Power Rangers, developed that. When we got back from the movie theaters, I said, yo, throw on Tubi. Let's watch the old Mario Brothers. And when we watched it, it was a lot of similarities. They had the rap from the TV show in the movie where they promoted their business as plumbers, and they lived in Brooklyn, similar to the movie, similar to the show, I mean. By the way, the 1993 movie, Mario and Luigi were from Brooklyn. These versions of Mario that we thought were bad, like the old TV show or the old movie, they say, oh, it's trash. And it's like, okay, when you watch the new one, there's some similarities. Like they use this for source material to some degree. I thought that was cool. I think they're cool callbacks. And by the way, when you watch the old 80s show, Princess Peach was running around and like doing backflips and kicking ass. Like she was right there with Toad, Luigi, and Mario. All like she was all in the shit. like physically running around and jumping over mountains and all of that. So it was kind of very fitting for her to be not necessarily, just the damsel in distress like people wanted her to be in the movie. So that's just to defend that. It was pretty close to that old show, which I hope was sanctioned by Nintendo. I don't know. That show was weird, by the way. And it was fun watching it. And that rap at the beginning was hilarious. I think everybody should go to Tubi and check out the 1988 or whatever Super Mario show. It's fun. The Mario Kart segment was amazing. I'm really into 3D modeling and textures and Illumination. They did a great job with the Minions movies and things like that, but this movie took them to the next level. They pushed themselves. I believe this is their best work. Their work is only going to get better from here. Criticism that people gave was that they didn't like Chris Pratt's voice acting. It wasn't stereotypically Italian enough, like Mario from the games. They didn't like Seth Rogen's non-acting or non-voice acting and just giving his regular voice. I thought it was fine. Like, you don't pay attention. You're fully enthralled in what's going on. Donkey Kong was a standout character. He was definitely a main character. If anybody's wondering why, it's because Shigeru Miyamoto's first game, or one of his first games, I'm not necessarily sure, was Donkey Kong. So that's one of his beloved characters, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason why he's in the entire movie. This is not The Godfather. This is Mario. This is not Citizen Kane. This is not Gone with the Wind. This is for children and adults that love whimsical, fantastical things and can enjoy themselves and going about their business. I'm happy they're still making it, and I'm glad people can enjoy themselves. Fire. That's just where I'm at with it. Like, people are like, oh, but we don't need a Batman Bane origin story for everything. Game Explain, who I watch online, check them out on YouTube, they had a hot take about who Princess Peach could possibly be. I don't want to go into it because that's their information and that's their idea. I totally agree with them. They talk about one or two characters and the possible connection between them on who Princess Peach could be and why she might be, have so much mystery about her origin and where she may be from and who she really is. I also throw in there why she's such a kick-ass, strong, empowered, doesn't really need Mario to save her. So, they're definitely doing a part 2 and 3. Capitalism and American corporation and media will tell you that they're not stopping here. And overall, the whole thing about Yoshi not being a thing, Yoshi will show up in the next one. And if he doesn't, relax. Like, go do your taxes or something. I just wanted to say that it was a delightful, fun from beginning to end. The last scene was really made me smile as a Mario fan, as somebody who played majority of the games through my life. And but look, I will admit, it seemed rushed. It seemed truncated, like there was 35 to 40 minutes of things that was left on the cutting room floor that they didn't put in there. So that's probably why the story feels a little empty. But it's fine. It's fine. So what? It's Mario. It's a me and woohoo and all of that and all of that shit. It was a good movie. It's for kids. You're grown. Enjoy yourself. Why does everything have to be classic or trash? Everybody from the hip hop, Billboard lists and all that shit, people always have to go so far to say, hey, this was trash. It looked like we were watching a game. It's like they took Mario Odyssey and the 1993 Mario Brothers, the beginning of that, and mashed them together. And that's fine. The next movie will be more robust. The next Mario movie will probably come out 2 years from now, and you'll get more. And then you'll get the third movie, and then you'll mash them together and say, hey, that was a cool experience altogether. This is not really a review. This is not a review. This is just me defending people who actually create things and put all their effort into things, and they worked years. You worked for 6-7 years on something, and then like 90 minutes later, somebody's online saying, this is trash. And I understand, you're allowed to. The internet, everything's globalized. We're allowed to talk about, hey, what do you think? What do you think? But like, don't just say something's trash. When you're dealing with franchises like this, I think the idea is just to think, did you have a good time? Yes, we could have seen a little bit more of Toad protecting Princess Peach, but she didn't need protection. Could have seen a little bit more Luigi. Luigi's Mansion series is one of my favorite pieces. 1, 2, and 3. It was action-packed, and it kind of felt like a film from yesteryear, like a children's film from yesteryear. They didn't have to have too much origin story. They gave you just enough for you to be satiated, watch the film, and go on about your business. People need to relax. This is not a review. This is an appreciation for one of my favorite franchises, giving you something that took 35 some years to make. This movie took 35 years to come, and people are saying, I don't like the voices. Yo, go cut your grass, go do something. The kids liked it. You had your Mario, you had your Pokemon, you had your whatever. You like Jordan in the 90s, and you don't think LeBron's better than Jordan. Like, relax. You didn't think Kobe was better than, it doesn't matter. Drake's not better than Jay-Z. Like, who? Go and make a film. See how hard it is. I've worked in television for 13 years. I look at these things and I see how great the effort is, and I'm like, this was, it wasn't for me. If you see a film that you don't like, it wasn't for me. People, it's trash. I can do better. If you can do better, go make your own Mario. You're still gonna buy it. You're still gonna watch it. You're still gonna consume it. You're still gonna make them billions of dollars, and you're allowed to complain. I'm just pushing back and say, like, let it cook. Just wait. The movie was great, and moving forward, the next one will be better. And the next one will be better. I personally believe that Nintendo did not want another 1993 Mario Brothers. They did not want that. Check it out for yourself if you want. It was crazy good. I believe most people who see it are going to love it. And whether there's a few things, there are definitely things in it that I wish were there that wasn't. But that's fine. Thank you, Nintendo, for making it. Even though we're all big children deep down inside, whatever they say means the most. The kids. Did the kids enjoy themselves? I damn sure did. And I think you will too. Let me know what you think below, and don't forget to like and subscribe right quick.
I say, the brother.